So here's a story of a client who wanted to take $1 million from my firm and go elsewhere. I actually kind of love this type of phone call from a client. It's number one, reinforces to the client that I'm doing the right thing for them, especially when we get detailed and technical on it. The reason why I don't like this is because it just reinforces for me how Wall Street and some people and advisors aren't really out there doing the best thing for their clients. And a lot of times things that are kind of really opaque, like commissions, high fees, all that kind of stuff that Wall Street has really built out to make people feel good about what's going on while they actually really maybe not know what's going on. So if I haven't met you, my name is Chris Reed. I'm the owner of Capital Partners Wealth Management. I'll try and keep this short. I know my videos tend to get a little bit long, but I like being kind of wonky and technical in them. If you have any questions about this, or if anything that I say sparks some questions about your financial plan, or you want a quick free financial plan if I have the time, there's going to be a link in the comments below. You can click on that, take a quiz. I'll give you a free one-page financial plan. And if you subscribe, you'll get notified anytime I put something up. So the client called me and he retired from Boeing. We took a couple $1 million out, both of his pension and his 401k, and we've got him set up on an income plan. And he's working contract work for another couple of years. So we have about $2 million that we're managing. And he called me and he said, hey, I think I'm going to take $1 million and I have something else I want to do with it. I said, okay, cool. Your money. It's not my money. You're the CEO. I'm the CFO. If there's something you want to do with your money and it makes you happy, absolutely. So I said, but just, should we talk about it real quick? And he said, yeah, well, I was at a bank and I was telling him about my financial plan and some of my investments. And he said, why don't you bring $1 million of those dollars over here? And I have something that will guarantee you an 11% rate of return. Now, folks, if I had something that could guarantee an 11% rate of return, I would sell my house. I would mortgage my dog to go out and put my money into that thing so that I could then have the money to have the peace of mind to have the freedom to spend with my family. So I knew immediately what he was talking about, but I said, okay, fair shake. Send it over to me, I'll take a look. So this video is about things that are too good to be true. I'm gonna explain to you how a variable annuity works, because that's what this product was. And I'm gonna explain why people over and over and over throughout the years have come to me and said, I got a 50% bonus, or I get a guaranteed 11% rate of return, or I'm guaranteed 8% compounding interest, all these types of things. So I'll get out the whiteboard here and I'll do a little bit of numbers work. And if you ever have a question about something like this, just always reach out to me or a financial professional who really has your best interest at heart. So here we are where you get to enjoy some of my drawings. I'm going to use this just to really quick explain how this one investment that was pitched to my client is really sold, and it's sold hard one way, and it's just the one real financial tool where I won't give any ground on how I actually feel about it. So if I get a little soapbox here, it's only because I believe people work too hard and their money means too much for them to be putting money somewhere that's probably not going to do what they think. So a variable annuity is an insurance product. Now that doesn't make it bad, it doesn't make it good, it just makes it a tool. In my firm, I believe that if a tool is going to help you out, I don't care what you call it. If I'm trying to drive a nail through a 2x4, I want a wooden stick with a heavy metal head. You can call it a screwdriver or a wrench or a hammer or whatever. I just want that tool. So because something is an insurance product does not mean it's a bad thing. But what a variable annuity is and how they advertise it is it's essentially an account, a tax-deferred account where you can put either taxable money or IRA money, and that money will grow over time in a certain fashion depending on the type of annuity it is. Now, where this advertising trick comes in is they essentially open an account that has two columns. Column number one is real money. That's money that if you want to go get that money back out, you can get the money out subject to certain conditions. And then there's fake money. And that fake money column is the column on which they say they're going to trigger income for you later in life. So the big trick is, okay, if my client took his $1 million and he walked away and he put the $1 million in, they would credit his account with $1 million. That's fine. And then will they pay him a guaranteed 11% rate of return? Absolutely they will, but here's the trick. They pay the 11% rate of return on the fake money. So in a variable annuity, meaning you can lose money if the market goes down, if the market went down 20%, he would have $800,000, excluding the heavy fee load that are in these. But in the fake account, he would go from 1 million to 1,110,000. Okay, that's fine. Again, they're making good on their promise to pay him that 11%, but here's the trick. If he decided to walk away, again, excluding any other fees and charges, they're not going to write him a check for $1,110,000. They're going to write him a check for $800,000. Now, the whole point of this is they tell you they're going to roll this up into a big, gigantic amount of money. So if something's compounding at 11% return, it's going to double in, what, 6.5 years? So then all of a sudden you have 2 million and you say, well, hey, that's great. That's great, because when they do their income calculation, they're going to take an income percentage, they're going to put it in this column, and then they're going to multiply it against that number in order to give your guaranteed lifetime income. Well, think about it. If you put in $1 million real dollars and they're giving you an 11% rate of return on your fake money, how are they really going to make money? How are they going to make this work for them? Well, some annuities with no sort of roll up or guaranteed rate of return might just grow up to be $1.5 million. So in that type of income annuity, maybe you get 5%. That number is going to equal $75,000 per year income. Well, that's one way to do it. But then you say, well, wait a minute, I have a $2 million value here. That's going to be way better. Well, maybe they only give you 3% of this number. So all they do is lower this number here. It trades it off here. And now maybe you only make 60 per year coming out of that. Same thing with bonuses. If you give them $1 million and they promise you a 50% bonus up front, you think that you're going to have $1.5 million. That's not the case. They're just going to scratch this, put 1.5 million, and then maybe you get no roll up. But again, at the end of the day, basically what they're doing is they're putting your money in a fake account, but they're selling it as real money. And the worst part is the fee that they charge, that 3% fee, is charged against your real money. So the whole time you're exposed to the stock market, you can lose half of your money. It's all the same stuff that you're getting with your standard 401ks and IRAs, plus a bunch of fees, and then the promise of some sort of big payout at the end, which just never materializes. So that's the reason why I'm not a huge fan of these. The worst part being, again, that every dollar lost, every fee dollar gone, and really every promise made that doesn't come true is just going to hurt somebody's overall retirement, which is just, that's not the way people deserve to be treated. So thanks for watching. I really hope you find value in these types of things. If you can take these ideas to your financial planner or whoever does your investments, maybe they can help you out. At the end of the day, if you have a little bit better life because of something I said, that's awesome. If something like that ever does crop up, shoot me an email and just let me know that something I said helped you. That's really what gets me out of bed in the morning to do this job. Thanks.